Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had an amazing weekend so far. Today, guys, we're going to be diving into a project that I believe packs a hell of a lot of punch, and that is Polkadot. I believe there is huge potential to come for not only this project, its sister network Kusama, and some of the ecosystem that is coming out of it. We're going to dive into it all in this video. I've put this video off just because of how complex it is to not only explain Polkadot, but how its ecosystem work and its Canary network work. So we're going to try and do it in a simplistic way in this video. By the end of it, you should have a good understanding of what Polkadot is, what Kusama is, and how or how we're going to move into the future of this project, and why potentially it may or may not be a good investment. Now, to be totally transparent with you, I own Polkadot, I own Kusama, I own Karora, I own Moonriver, and I own a number of projects to actually come out of the Kusama parachain or Kusama ecosystem. Now, we're going to focus first of all on what Polkadot is, how it works, who created it, etc., etc. Then we're going to move on to the sister network, Kusama. We can't talk about Polkadot without mentioning Kusama. As right now, so we know we have smart contracts for Cardano, we've got smart contracts for Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum. Polkadot is yet to launch their smart contract capabilities, but it is coming, and that's a really good opening statement. This is what Polkadot is. It's a smart contract enabler, if you will, or it's a smart contract blockchain competitor to your Ethereums, your Cardanos, and your Solanas with a twist. Polkadot is really the best bet against blockchain maximalism, because Polkadot has a vision to interoperate and this kind of interoperable world of blockchains where everything can work together. That's really what Polkadot is. So where I want to start is by telling you what Polkadot is, and that was a good start to it. It's a smart contract blockchain competitor with real promise. I think it's going to do exceptionally well. And how it works, essentially, it works in a different kind of way to Ethereum and Cardano and Binance Smart Chain and Solana, etc., etc. You actually need permission to use the Polkadot blockchain and to build a dApp on top of it. Whereas with Ethereum and the others, you can just kind of use the underlying blockchain and create your dApp. Whereas you need to actually win a parachain auction in order to be able to access the Polkadot blockchain and harness their scalability and security, which kind of leaves you to focus on your main goal. So this is Polkadot. Really what you want to look at is this middle ring here. This inner core is Polkadot, and these kind of joining nodes are the parachains, the dApps, if you will, to be built on top of Polkadot. Now, they are interoperable with Ethereum. They're very, very useful. Gavin, and let me just explain who the creator was. A man called Gavin Wood. This is a better picture of him, guys. Very intense picture, this. He essentially created Polkadot because he fell out with Vitalik, in much the same way that Charles had a disagreeing view with Vitalik and went on to create Cardano. Gavin did the same thing with Polkadot. Essentially, Gavin Wood played a key role and was one of the core members of the Ethereum team that actually built Ethereum. In fact, I can't remember quite what he did, whether he helped the Solidity or wrote Solidity or what he quite did, but it was such a key role that without him, Ethereum wouldn't be where it is today and look like it does today. So he's a key member, very, very clued, extremely smart guy. I have to listen to what he says twice just to let it really sink in. This is somebody with a real accolade towards the crypto space. Charles Hoskinson and many people in the crypto space, including Vitalik, have said nothing but good things about this guy. And essentially, he has Polkadot. He's created Polkadot, and he left by saying, we're going to fulfill the promises that Ethereum failed to keep. And that's what I believe he's going to deliver on. So you don't have any dApps running on Polkadot just yet, which is why perhaps they're kind of lagging in price. But this is to come, and that's why I believe there's such an opportunity with being an early investor into something like this. So the underlying protocol is Polkadot, and these dApps can build on top of it. The transactions per second is 1,666,000 transactions per second, so 166,000 transactions per second. Bitcoin right now is 7, Ethereum is 15 to 20. Of course, that's going to go up to 100,000 with ETH2 whenever that does, or I'm not sure if they're even calling it ETH2 anymore or what they're calling it. So it's going to be a very scalable blockchain, and this is some of the benefits that and why people are going to want to build on top of Polkadot. Not only that, it's interoperable with things like Ethereum and etc., etc. So it's a very smart blockchain. So right now they don't have smart contract capabilities, or they have the capabilities, they've just not started running the parachains. And the reason being is because they're trialing, they're testnetting these essentially on their canary network, Kusama. I own both Kasama and Polkadot. I'm actually involved and have been in some of the parachain auctions, which I'm going to talk to you about in just a second. Let's see if there's a little bit about that on their website. That's not what we want. See the roadmap. So this explains a little bit about the parachain rollout. The current phase parachain rollout. Before being enabled by Polkadot's network governance, parachains will be tested and optimized both on parachain testnet and on Kusama. And that's what we're currently going through right now. So this is a precursor. I think there's 7 parachains that are actually running on Kusama now. Calamari was the most recent. I think Basilisk is looking like it's going to be the 8th. I'm involved with Karora, which we made a video on, and Moon River. I actually took place in the Moon River parachain auction, and it did very well for me. I think for one Kusama token, which right now is worth, where are we? $414. I think I got 4 Moon River tokens, so it's done very well. Essentially 4x my money in a very small period of time, and I think Moon River is actually going to continue to do very well. So this is what's kind of being trialed out right now. They're kind of trialing out what Polkadot will look like on Kusama. We're already seeing the parachains roll out, which is kind of a precursor for them to run on Polkadot, and we could actually see the first parachains start to run on Polkadot by the end of this year. I am certainly going to be getting involved with that. You can get involved and kind of store your Polkadot on your Polkadot.js wallet. Polkadot.js.org. You can obviously switch in and out of networks, choose different node operators. So this, for example, is Kusama, just to show you very quickly. We'll stick with them. If you bear with me a second, guys, I'll just show you. It's a very complex project, but it's worth looking into and getting your head around all this. We are going to talk about it from an investment proposition, and the real investment proposition is just how early it is right now in its rollout. Polkadot is very early. They've not even had smart contracts. We know Cardano had the Alonso hard fork just the other day, actually, or 6 days ago, which was a success, and we're now going to see their ecosystem start to build. Polkadot is yet to do so. So there's an investment opportunity. We've not only been a part of Polkadot and Kusama, but being a part of their ecosystems, so the dApps to come out of them, and you can actually get in very early in the dApps by voting how a parachain is won. A slot to build a dApp essentially is won, and use the underlying protocols, whether that be Kasama or Polkadot, is you actually have to auction, you have to bid for your slot, and you do that. So in Kusama's case, for example, and let's pull up the wallet, let's see what we've got here. Let's back off it. So you can see the parachains. So we're on the Kasama network. These are the live parachains. Now you have the auctions here, which is where essentially you log on here and you donate your Kusama in this case, but it will also be mirrored on the Polkadot ecosystem to these projects. And essentially, the one with the most will win that parachain slot at that given time. It takes a snapshot, and you'll essentially be given. Crowd loans. You'll essentially be given a parachain slot, and as a reward of you donating your Kusama or your Polkadot in Polkadot's case, you will essentially be rewarded their token if they choose that. That's how they want to incentivize you to crowd loan the parachain. So it's very complex. I hope this is making sense. I'm trying to keep it as layman's as possible. It is very interesting. I've dne very well. Like I say, Moon River did exceptionally well for me. Karora, I think, is going to do very well. I didn't help with the crowd loan for Karora. I just bought it on KuCoin, I believe. And you can see that this is DOT's kind of price. And this is, bear with me a second. So this is actually Kasama, and this is Polkadot. Very similar. They're very tethered together. And ultimately their successes are going to reflect on one another. So this is a project I'm super excited about. I think there's some real money to be made here. This isn't financial advice. I think Polkadot's very interesting. I like the way that they do things. They kind of have this underlying Polkadot to secure everything. The underlying kind of base layer to secure everything, and you build on top of it. Like Moon River, for example, is like a smart contract platform. that is like a Cardano competitor almost, but being built on top of Polkadot. So they get all the benefits of the Polkadot network, but can really focus on delivering a smart contract opportunity. Karura is essentially a DeFi hub, a one-stop shop DeFi hub, and all these projects. So Moonriver has a sister that will be built on top of Polkadot called Moonbeam. It's Moonriver on Kusama. It'll be Moonbeam on Polkadot, providing everything goes well on the Canary network. And then you also have Karura, which will be a Kala on Polkadot, which will be a one-stop shop DeFi for everything. And it will not only be you won't only be able to use it on the Polkadot ecosystem, it'll be multi-chain. So these very, very interesting, very complex, but there's a huge opportunity at hand here. And this is really the reason that you want Polkadot and Kusama, because you will get the opportunity to get involved with some of these parachain auctions or crowd loans and actually be given the early token access, if you will. So it's exceptionally interesting, guys, and this is a project I'm going to keep you up to date with. I know this isn't the most technologically gifted presentation of Polkadot or Kusama, but hopefully you get a sort of rough idea of the basics. I'm still learning for myself. Like I say, Gavin is just such a friggin' smart guy that it's like it's very hard for somebody who hasn't got a technological mind or is as gifted as he is technologically to understand, or even has a very, very smart guy. But I'm expecting big things, guys. Now, in terms of investment, where can I see Polkadot going to? Well, ultimately, I think that Ethereum, I think the whole market as a whole in terms of the cryptocurrency space is going to go up significantly. I think you're going to see projects like Cardano get to where Ethereum is today. And I think it's absolutely potential for Polkadot to get to somewhere like Ethereum is today. That's a 10x, so that gives you a $350 Polkadot price. Kusama, the same thing. I think these are going to be easy 10x projects into the future. Of course, you might have to mitigate some of the Bitcoin cycles. I don't think that's going to it in this year. But I think into the future, this is a long hold that you want to just buy and stake. You can stake both of these and earn rewards. And they offer actually a very, very good APY for staking. You can stake on the actual Polkadot.js.org app, or you can do it on an exchange. Kraken, I think you can do it on, and Binance. Although I've been hearing lots of stories about the Binance one being bought up. I will do more of a comprehensive guide into this, like how you can stake on the JS wallet, etc., etc. But this was just really a short and sweet one to let you know that this is a project that I'm looking at. I think you guys should do a little bit of diving into it yourself. Come over to the website, read some of the stuff, read the white paper. Very complex to get your head around, but it makes a lot of sense. It really does. Staking governance and bonding. You have to bond tokens when you stake them. It's a lot more complex than so many blockchains out there, but in a good way, if that makes sense. So that's all I really have for you in this video, guys. Ultimately, I think Polkadot's going to do exceptionally well. I think we're going to see it in the hundreds of billions. I think hundreds of billions this year. I think you're going to see well over $100 Polkadot price potentially by the end of the year, and certainly by the end of this Bitcoin cycle or this crypto cycle. But into the future, I think you're going to see it in the hundreds of billions in terms of market cap. And I think you're definitely going to see Kusama get a nice easy kind of 10x, to that 30-40 $1 billion market cap, because they're just so impressive, guys, and they really are. We're in this kind of race for smart contract protocols. These guys are coming from a little bit of a different perspective, and they might do very well out of it. They've certainly got an amazing team and a very interesting project. So I'm certainly getting involved in the DeFi like Moonriver and of course Karura. I will look into Calamari and Basilisk if they win the parachain auction. But yeah, that's really all I have for you in this video, guys. And I love the fact, and I believe this is what the future looks like, multi-chain. I think Polkadot will be able to interoperate with Cardano and its ecosystem, and Ethereum, and Binance. I think there's going to be an interoperation running with these blockchains. It'll be, Charles had described it, Charles Hoskinson, as like the Wi-Fi moment where everything can connect. So that's really all I have for you in this video, guys. If you found it interesting and entertaining, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day.